Text 14. Text. Once upon a time, Carlos Castaneda has mentioned the eagle, and that you have to fly past it to stay alive, because this is a hell world here, and the bottom of hell, the last station before vanishing and disappearance forever. Therefore, if you wish to come to this world, the eagle grants you consciousness. And consciousness is something that describes everything that takes part in this world, participates in life in this world, has experiences in this world, and is something that one needs to get rid of and not to maintain it for future events in the galaxies. Therefore, what Castaneda has said has to be understood just in the opposite way, because this is the way he often speaks in his books. The thing that he says is a thing that must not be done, and only a specialist knows which way it is meant by him. Therefore, if you have to fly past the eagle, and if it is your destiny to be saved from this world, you have to sink into faraway space and find your way toward the border of the hell. And if hell cannot find you, and you can find the border of hell by going from one galaxy to another until you reach elevation islands, and you find this described forest with an empty space there, and you see the fatlier money dove coming, and if you still stay alive, you give up your consciousness and you know nothing about this world anymore, and you will see the fields of gold and the dust wind of gold surrounding you, and you see hells no more. Anytime you happen to see a world where there are graves, where there are green forests, blue sky, and electricity moves through wires, and there are children, grown-ups, and medium age people, you know that you have come into the end world, foundation of death, that is. Therefore, in order to be able to fly past the eagle, it is necessary to move away from tonal worlds into Nagual, which means the deeper inside, which is located around the spine and deeper than the spine, which seems to be inside the body. But you have to go deeper and deeper by sinking back toward your spine. And if you reach that place, you feel a tremble going through you. And if you feel this tremble, you know that you no longer belong to the hell worlds, but you still see it around you, but you do not belong here anymore. Because this kind of tremble, the shiver that goes through you, separates you from the body worlds, the material worlds where death lives. To be prescribed and to be described by Castaneda like the plumed serpent that flies away, this belongs to masterpieces in the other world, masterful witches who fly from one world to another in a described manner when they jump from the cliff and go like a flash of fire and disappear into distance. This is not something that has to be tried in this world. Like walking on the water that Jesus did. Many have tried and have drowned. Why should anyone try this again? Many things that have been written so that people think about witchcraft, because Castaneda knew that witchcraft was coming into the world. Therefore, he described many events that were going to transpire in future and have place in many people's lives, even if they are not witches themselves. But they will see witchcraft transforming the world, making it into a better place for those who wish to depart from hell. But witchcraft does nothing for those who wish to live here, in fact. Therefore, like you have seen from the books of Castaneda, witches separate themselves from the other people, try to live alone in their own communities, and not participate in worldly affairs, also in church affairs, because also these affairs eventually prove out to be mundane.